Hey, I'm Charlie Chapman, the developer behind the Overviewer app, and I just want to show you really quick how you can share your iPhone screen running Overviewer on an app other than Zoom, like Google Meet or Microsoft Teams. For a more general tutorial on how to use Overviewer, you can check out my other video that'll be linked in the description or the little banner or whatever, if I can figure out how that works. And that one runs through kind of how Overviewer works generally, but that's using Zoom. And so if you use Zoom, that's definitely the one to go to. But also, even if you use Microsoft Teams or Meet, it might be worth checking that one out just to see how Overviewer works. And I kind of run through how you can really cheaply use a bunch of books to set up your iPhone pointed down. So I'll walk through how you can do this on a Mac first, and you can do that one for free. And then I'll go through what I've found so far for doing this on Windows. This is using an app called Reflector. That is a third-party app, and it's not free. I haven't found a way to do it built in with Windows yet. So if you know of one, please let me know so I can let everybody else know, because I know that's a thing that a lot of people would like. So we're going to start with the Mac, and for both of these, for both the Mac and for Windows, I'm going to have my iPhone connected directly to my laptop with the lightning cable that came with my phone. Okay, so here on my Mac, we're going to go into the Applications folder, and there is an app called QuickTime Player, and that is built in, so you should already have that. So we're going to double click on that, and that will open up this window that you can just totally ignore, because we're going to go to the menu and click File, New Movie Recording, not New Screen Recording, New Movie Recording. So click that, and what you will see is your webcam, assuming you have a webcam on your Mac. Hello. So this little caret down here, if I click that, as long as I have my phone connected to my Mac, you should see it show up right here as a webcam, or as a option that you can pick for the camera. So if you click on that, you will now see this is sharing my phone, and I have Overviewer already open. If I tap on my phone, you'll see the little thing pop up. And now it's looking very similar to what we already had, or what we had with Zoom. So I can tap on the rotate button, and it will rotate the screen just like before. I can hit the flashlight button. You know, I can change which lens. All that stuff should work basically just the same. And it's now sitting in this QuickTime window on my screen. And the reason that's important is because now I can go to Google Meet or Microsoft Teams, but I'm using Meet. It really doesn't matter. Any video conferencing app really this should work with. And if I create a new meeting. All right, so now I'm using Google Meet. You can use, any video conferencing app that lets you present your screen. And so now once I'm in here, I can go to the Present button, and I can pick a window, and then just make sure I pick the QuickTime window as the one I want to present. So if I hit share, and now you'll see, and you can hit the little pin button up here because it's kind of small in Google Meet, but you'll see that I'm actually presenting my iPhone, and it's showing my iPhone in landscape, showing Overviewer. And so then everything works just like it did on Zoom. So you can do everything you need to do, but you'll notice I'm still showing up here in the top right corner. My webcam is still showing, but I'm presenting the iPhone. So you get all those same benefits. And this same exact principle should apply to Teams or, I believe, Skype. Basically any video conferencing app that has a button that you can use to share your screen. And if it lets you pick a window, that's even better. But if it lets you show your whole screen, you can always, full screen the QuickTime window. Okay, so now we're on a Windows PC, which is actually my MacBook running Windows. So hopefully there's nothing weird with that, but this is the only Windows machine that I have. So here it's a little bit different. So there's not a native way with Windows to mirror an iPhone screen. So we're going to have to use a third-party application. And I know some of you probably can't do that, and I'm really sorry. And I am still actively looking to see if there's a solution for this, but I have not quite figured it out yet. So the app that we're going to use here is called Reflector. I've actually used this in the past for when I was actually building this and testing it on the Mac, just because what this app does is it makes your computer an AirPlay target, which means that you can run this app, and then on your phone, it will show up as if it's an Apple TV. And then you can send your screen over to it. Very similar to what Zoom was doing if you've watched that video. So I already have this downloaded. They have a version that's made specifically for teachers. I don't fully know what the differences are there, but you might want to check that out. So I already have this downloaded. So we're going to run Reflector. And this will just pop up this little box over here. And if I go over to my phone and pull down the control center and open up screen mirroring, I will now see desktop as an option in here. And so if I tap on that, it's going to pop up a code on my desktop and then also pop up a code on my phone. So I just have to type that in. And now you can see it's showing the camera view of my camera on the screen here. And again, if you've watched the Zoom video, you'll notice that the screen turns into the mode that it goes in when you're in AirPlay. So there's a little trackpad and there's your buttons for all your controls on here. And then over here, there's one thing that I would change in Reflector to make it a little easier to use in Google Meet or Teams. So if you hit this gear button up here and then click frame, you can uncheck show frame, and now it'll just be a plain box, which will look a lot better on your video conferencing software whenever you share it. And the other thing that you might run into is by default, always on top is checked. So you won't be able to see any other windows while this is open. So you can just uncheck that. And now you can open stuff over it. So if we go over to Google Meet, and start a meeting just like before. Hi, you can see me again. Join. And then again, if we hit present down here, we can pick a window and select Reflector 3. And this is the one that's actually showing our app. And now you can see, if I pin that so you can see what we're sharing, we are sharing a live version of what Overviewer is seeing. And the same principle should apply to Microsoft Teams. So, like I said, I understand this is not the best situation for Windows, and I really apologize. If one of you knows of a solution for mirroring an iPhone screen on Windows, I would absolutely love to hear it, and I'll make a different video and share that out to everybody, because that would be really great. I understand it's hard. If it's a school-issued laptop or something, you might not be able to install your own software. So hopefully this is helpful for those of you that aren't using Zoom. And thank you, everybody, for the feedback I've gotten so far. It's been received way better than I was expecting it to. So really, really appreciate that.